So you probably know that the entire Watermark system is changing, but everybody seems to be pretty confused. So what I did was tried to clarify about every question that I saw people asking and threw them all into a video. The first change is that Watermark is now called expertise and is now going to be a lot more important. This is because your gear's effectiveness is now going to be based off of your expertise instead of off the gear score itself. So basically, if you buy a level 600 gear score item, but your expertise for that specific slot is only 530, your 600 gear score item is going to be nerfed down to that of something equivalent to a 530 item. That being said, you are going to keep all of the perks on your item. They're just going to be less effective and your attributes are going to be less effective as well. What is kind of nice about this is that if you do have an item that outlevels your expertise, as your expertise levels up, your item's actually going to become more powerful with it. So don't get rid of any of your items just because of this, because you are going to be able to earn back your item's effectiveness. A cool quality of life change that they added is that now you can keep track of your watermark. You're going to be able to see this in your tab screen, as well as you're going to get this little banner that pops up at the top of your screen every time you increase your watermark. Now you'll know for sure every time your watermark goes up. They did add in some new things to increase your watermark, but they also nerfed the elite chest odds to increase your watermark, as well as the chance to increase your watermark from open world elites. The open world elite mobs were hit harder by this nerf than the elite chest, so keep that in mind. That being said, although they did decrease your chances of finding these items, they did increase the amount of expertise that you're going to gain when you do find these items. Okay, let's get into the new stuff. So the newest way to increase your watermark is through gypsum orbs and casts. There's a few different ways to craft these orbs, but once you get them crafted, you can turn them in for casts. Crafts are basically loot boxes that you open up that are going to guarantee an increase in watermark for a specific item. I tested these out in the PTR, and each time I opened one of these up, it increased my watermark by 5. So say you get a bow cast, what this is going to do is going to increase your bow's watermark and then give you a bow equivalent to that new watermark. So as you continue to open up these boxes, you're going to get higher and higher tiered items. If you want to craft one of these casts, you're going to have to go into a level 60 plus area, which is important because they're actually going to cost you 575 gold per cast to craft. Every day you can craft up to 7 of these for a potential 35 increase in your expertise. If you do manage to get 7 in a day, it's going to cost you over 4,000 coin though. That's why the area that you do this in is important, because if you do it somewhere like Ebonscale or Reekwater and you up your territory standing, you can actually take the crafting station tax reduction, and this will lower the cost of every cast that you craft. So as you're preparing for these changes to come, you may want to start lowering your taxes in a specific area. Keep in mind, it does have to be a level 60 plus area. As I said earlier, you can craft up to 7 of these a day, but you can only use 1 type of each cast per day. So you can't just buy 7 musket casts and then increase your musket expertise by 35 in one day. You have to spread it out. Each of the 7 orbs that you can craft are going to have a specific task tied to it, and you can only do that task once per day. Once you craft that type of orb, you're going to have to wait 23 hours before you can craft it again. Each of the 7 tasks are different and require a different amount of gypsum to create that specific orb, but each task should take under an hour to complete. All right, let's get into the different types of gypsum. It's going to take 3 obsidian gypsum to create an obsidian orb, and it's earned by killing level 60 plus bosses in the open world. Sapphire is only going to take 1 gypsum, but it's earned by killing the final boss in either Lazarus or Genesis. You're going to need 2 ruby gypsums, and you get this from every outpost rush game that you play. You're only going to need 1 citrine, but you get this through arena caches. You also get a guaranteed random expertise buff for killing the final arena boss, so that's a pretty nice extra incentive to do arenas. Amethysts are going to come from breach caches that you get from corrupted portals. You're going to need 7 of them, and I'm assuming that the different level of breaches that you complete are going to give you a different amount of amethysts. I wasn't able to test this in the PTR, but please let us know down in the comments if you were able to. The topaz gypsum requires you to craft an attunement potion at a tier 5 camp. These potions are only available to craft once a week and require 5 of each magical creature to create. Once you take the potion, you're going to earn topaz by killing level 55 plus mobs, but you only have an hour to do this, so make sure you do it quick. You only need 1 emerald gypsum, and you get these through trade skill aptitude reward containers. These are new, and you get these through leveling your trade after you hit max level. So once you hit level 200 and say Arcana, you'll actually continue to level up, and every time you level up, you're going to get one of these containers, and it has a potential to give you an emerald. I'm going to be making a video on all the crafting changes that they're introducing, so if you're interested in that, be sure to like and subscribe. That's all 7 of the gypsums that you can create, but there are some changes outside of the gypsums. Expeditions were pretty heavily buffed to increase your expertise. In both Lazarus and Genesis, each boss is going to give a guaranteed random expertise buff, as well as the fact that now every chest in both of these expeditions are going to offer you a chance to increase your expertise. So expeditions are basically just going to be a really good way to level up your expertise. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, like and subscribe for more New World content. My name is Marcus, and thanks for watching.